Joint and David Bradbury. Off the back is Carl Hammond. And on the bench tonight for the Lions, Roper, Phillips. Denwar Johnson, the hooker, former Kiwi, looking for a big game tonight as well. The referee is Dennis Hale from Auckland, and we're underway at Fraser Park. Perfect conditions for it. Brilliant sunshine, and first touch of the ball for the Lions. They're 20 metres out from their own line. Lowe's at dummy half, looking for his runners. It'll be a great battle up front. Both sides keen to win here tonight, and some players in both sides keen to stake a claim for a spot in the first test at Ericsson on Friday night. This is Terry O'Connor, 25-year-old from the Wigan club. Just one outstop at the moment, but a good opening set by the Lions. Neil Harmon from Leeds plays it, 9 from halfway. Barry John Mather, he gets the kick in. And first touch of the ball for the New Zealand 13. Apart from the kickoff, this is Ivar Ropati. Cross field. He'll have to play it about 30 metres out from his own line. Richie Stewart waits for the dummy half. The run on his own. Taken over there by Bradbury and also Barry John Mather. Denwar Johnson at dummy half. Now this is Brian Hanare, a young man with such a bright future, and he is one of 11 Warriors in the 17-man squad. 6 of the New Zealand 13 have already tasted test football. Ropati, Taiwa, Whitaker, Johnson, Okasini and Tatupu. And here is Tony Tatupu. Got a great ball away. Chance here for the New Zealand 13, Anthony Swan. The cover gets to him, and there's a loose pass in there, and the Lions come up with it. But what a great break by Tatupu, and good backing up by Anthony Swan. So now it's the Lions working it out of their own red zone. Lowe's at dummy half. Big defence by the New Zealand 13 early on. Terry O'Connor plays it. Chris Joint. He's played plenty of test football. Chris Joint from the St Helens club. Good strong running again by Neil Harmon, the 27-year-old from Leeds. 9 from halfway as Lowe's distributes from dummy half. There's the kick by Hammond, and it's been charged down by the New Zealand 13. And it's back to 1, another set of 6 for the visitors. Smith. Inside New Zealand 13 territory by about 10 metres. Tollett finds Hammond, and he's taken on the 30-metre mark. Final tackle coming up now for the Great Britain Lions. His second match on tour. Tollett tries to kick over the top straight into the arms of Fetu Taiwa. Whitaker waits for the dummy half. Wants to run it out himself, or it's Doc Murray, in fact, the fullback. Now it's Denwar Johnson thrown into the turf by the number 8, Neil Harmon. Okasini. Short ball to Brian Hanare. Now this is Logan Swan. Good strong run by the number 13. Whitaker to Endicott. Endicott to Tatupu, standing wide. Looking to offload. Another good strong run by Tony Tatupu inside the Lions territory. Murray got the kick in. And Prescott, the 22-year-old from St Helens, loses his footing, and the chasers are there to ground him 10 metres out from the Lions line. Joey Hayes, one of the babies on this tour, only 20 years of age. Barry John Mather at dummy half, looking for some runners. He finds one of his forwards charging onto it. This is the other winger, Jason Critchley. 5 from halfway. 0-0 the score at Fraser Park. Great defence right around the legs. Fetu Taiwa drafted into the team from the New Zealand Maori. And the kick by Hammond. And Hayes is chasing her, but Murray got there first and allowed the ball to go into touch, so we'll see the scrum pack down 20 metres out from the New Zealand line. Whittaker with the feed into the scrum. Endicott taken 20 out from his own line. Richie Stewart, a late replacement in this team, coming in for the injured Willie McLean. Denwar Johnson is a dummy half now. He finds Okasini, one of the 6 test players in this New Zealand 13 lineup, and there he sees plenty of treatment by the Great Britain defence. Now Brady Malum, the Warriors Development Player of the Year. Back to another teammate, Brian Hanari, over to yet another Warrior, Hytro, and he's 8 metres from halfway. Now they go to the open. No, it's a hit up by Malum inside the Lions territory. They've coughed it up, and we'll play the knock on. It's going to be a Great Britain feed into the scrum. Nil all. Smith feeds the scrum. Big push by the New Zealand 13. It was one against the head. Great Britain came up with it, and he's ruled to be offside. So the penalty goes to the New Zealand 13 and Doc Murray. A hat-trick of tries against Papua New Guinea for the Maori last week in Hastings, and he finds touch over on the far side, Doc Murray. Johnson with the tap. Now it's Malum. Great opportunity now for the New Zealand 13. Back to Denwar Johnson, about 15 metres out from the line. Looking for first points on the board, the New Zealand 13. Okasini. And again, it's Johnson waiting for it at dummy half. Now it's Whittaker rallying the troops. Swan, Logan Swan trying to free the hands, can't do so. 3 defenders on him. No one at dummy half. Endicott races in to pick it up. Now he gets it out to Murray, who's getting very close. 1 tackle remaining for the New Zealand 13. It came off the hands of a Great Britain player, but it's not back to 1. Now it's Tatupu. Tatupu with the dummy, trying to keep the hands free. Out it goes now to his winger, and they're in for the try. That's the first try of the match, and it's Eva Ropati from the Warriors. And it is now 4 points to 0, the New Zealand 13 over Great Britain. Great work, Tony Tatupu. Johnson looking on, waiting for the conversion attempt. Logan Swanee's had a fairly good start to this match, but certainly Tony Tatupu is the man that's making most of the running for that number 13 Kiwi Test jersey. Aaron Whittaker at 3 metres in from the touchline, trying to add the extra 2. Aaron Whittaker, about 3 metres in from touch, looking to add the extra 2.
There it goes. Listen to the crowd.
But it's in front of the goal. It's waved away. So the scoreline remains 4 points to 0. For the restart now by Doc Murray, promising start by the New Zealand B team, the New Zealand 13. And O'Connor with the return of the football for Great Britain. 20 metres out from their own line. It's Joey Hayes, the right winger. Good strong running by the Lions. The front row, Neil Harmon that time. Chris Joint. He's about 4 metres from halfway. Elson Tollett from the London Broncos with the kick. And Doc Murray is going to get across there, but the ball's going to run into touch. So a good touch finder by Tollett. Tony Tatupu, the try scorer, or set up the try for Ivo Rupati, in fact. Whittaker with the feed into the scrum. This is the try scorer, Rupati. 19 metres out from his own line. Logan Swan. No room through that Great Britain defence for him. Here's Okasini storming onto it now. Great run, high throw. 3 Lions defenders in there. In fact, 4 of them bring him to ground. Now it's Whittaker. The back line really wasn't standing deep enough, so he had to take the tackle. Brady Malin. 5 from halfway. That's a bad pass, a mix-up back at the back, and Murray's under all sorts of pressure, but he did well to get the pass away to Whittaker, and Whittaker in the end gets the kick in. Lucky escape for the New Zealanders there. And Steve Prescott has plenty of chasers in black jerseys bearing down on him. Critchley. Good tackle by Brian Hanari. This is Chris Joint. Lows a dummy half. Smith. Hemmond plays it. They work it to the blind side through Tollett. Now it's Senior. Good defence by the New Zealand 13. Final tackle coming up. Kick in behind the line and straight into the arms of Ivo Rupati. And he's taken 20 metres out from his own line. Richard Stewart. Hanari. Brian Hanari in the headgear. Now it's Okasini, and now Logan Swan. The British defence read the inside pass pretty well. 10 from halfway. Malin makes it over the halfway. Murray got away from Smith, and the kick over the top for Murray. Play on. And it's Murray that makes the tackle over on the far side. Also over there was Fetu Taiwa. Prescott. As the Lions try and work it wide. Senior will play at 12 from halfway. Chris Joint. Terry O'Connor to the halfway mark. 4 points to 0. The New Zealand 13 lead Tollett throws a dummy. Almost got through. Brian Hanari just manages to hold on. Smith. Hammond linking up with Barry John Mather. Over to Hayes. This man's a real flyer. What a run by Joey Hayes. And loses the ball in the end. It's been picked up by Logan Swan. But such a dangerous player in open spaces, Joey Hayes. Anthony Swan. Taken by Critchley. 20 out from the New Zealand line. Row party. Chased again by Critchley and put to ground. Hanari. Straight up the centre goes the young second rower. Okasini. Little flat-footed on that occasion. Didn't really get any steam up. Swan. Logan Swan. 10 from halfway. Final tackle coming up for the New Zealand 13. And Murray looking for a bit of distance this time. And Prescott has to hurry back to his own in-goal area to pick it up. Chase was on from Taiwa. Prescott got away, but it was taken beautifully around the legs by Brian Hanari. Joint, back to Lowe's, to Hammond. Harmon plays it 5 from halfway. Now this is the other front rower, Terry O'Connor. Good run by the number 10. Nelson Tollett. Barry John Mather. He's got Hayes coming back on the angle, cutting inside. Joey Hayes almost through, claimed there by Aaron Whittaker, but he got the ball down, and that's the reply by Great Britain. So it's all locked up at 4-all, and he has electrifying speed, the winger Joey Hayes. The Lions looking to hit the lead for the first time, and they have done it. 6 points to 4 now. Great Britain over the New Zealand 13. Hayes' try was converted by Steve Prescott. They have it by 2, Great Britain. Now it's Okasini charging onto it. Bounced out of 1. A real crowd favourite. Haitro Okasini. Now it's Tony Tutupu. Limited opportunities since he set up his team's first try. Demo Johnson can't find a gap up the centre of the ruck. He's 10 from halfway. Whittaker waits for the dummy half. Swan, flat-footed on that occasion, had nowhere to go. Hanari. A few metres inside Great Britain territory. Now it's Murray. Again, Prescott has to run back towards his own in-goal area to pick it up. Plenty of chasers there. Penalty. Holding down in the tackle, so that will relieve some pressure on the Lions. 6 points to 4. Great Britain over the New Zealand residents. Endicott, who's had limited opportunities. Murray up from fullback, and they've knocked it back. Play on. Fedutaiwa cleans up. No real cohesion in the New Zealand 13 backs yet. Endicott makes it to halfway. Now it's Brian Hanari. Made about 12 or 13 metres as Johnson waits for it. Brady Malem. Back to Johnson. Now it's Ropati. Throws the dummy. Straightens it up, but he's taken there by O'Connor. Whittaker to Murray. Now it's Endicott. To Tupu standing wide. Stepping. Got the pass inside, but it's been knocked down. Play on is the call. Now it's Johnson. And Haitro Okasini is through. The New Zealand 13 have another 4-pointer through Haitro Okasini. Great backing up. And it's now 8 points to 6. Aaron Whittaker doesn't miss them from in front. So that's a good lead now for the New Zealand 13. 10 points to 6.
Come on, everybody, let's hear you. A great big crowd here today in Fraser Park. Let's hear
Big defence by Logan Swan. Lows from dummy half. Picks up his centre, Barry John Mather. He gets a kick right into the arms of Doc Murray, the fullback. Takes the tackle. About 35 out from the New Zealand line. Richard Stewart, the North Harbour winger. Now this is Hanari. Swan. Logan Swan, 5 metres inside the line's territory. Endicott and Whittaker. To Tupu again, standing wide. Bit of a handful for the Great Britain backs out wide. Taken ball and all by Barry John Mather that time. Endicott trying to avoid the chasers. Got the kick back, the ball back to Murray for the kick. And again, it's Prescott back towards his own try line. Returning the football, taken by Taiwa. Critchley, 30 out from his own line. And the penalty goes to Great Britain. Holding down against Logan Swan. And Hammond finds touch over on the grandstand side here at Fraser Park. So it's 2 tries to 1 and the 1 conversion apiece. 10 points to 6. New Zealand over Great Britain. Roland Phillips played for Wales in the World Cup last year, scored a try against England in the semi-final. Great dummy by Hammond. He's got support. Chris Joyce, but he's lost the ball. And somehow Aaron Whittaker came up with it for the New Zealand 13 to save the day. Richie Stewart. Taken. 10 out from his own line. Mark Falmoina. He's had a season with the Penrith Panthers in Australia. being played under Super League International rules, which means you can make 6 changes. Hanari, it's a little tentative with his running on that occasion. Caught the shoulder charge. Malum. Good ball. Doc Murray. Over the halfway mark he goes. Barry John Mather can't control him. He gets a kick in, and Joey Hayes is going to have to run back. But the bounce favours Darren Avery for the New Zealand 13. And now the Great Britain defensive line is really in tatters. They go to the left. Over it goes now to Fedu Taiwa. Taiwa gets the try. Great work for New Zealand 13. It was started by Doc Murray. In the end, Fedu Taiwa finished it off.
Great work, Kiwi. Give him a taste of Kiwi.
50% for Aaron Whittaker so far, 1 from 2. Difficult conversion attempt from out wide. Doesn't have the legs or the direction. No goal. So the score remains New Zealand 13, 14 points, Great Britain 6. (14 points to 6). The upper hand, certainly with the local side, the New Zealand 13, effectively the New Zealand B team. And it's the Lions running it out from their own red zone again. This is Roland Phillips, a replacement. It's been a good battle between the forwards. Both packs certainly keen to get involved. David Bradbury not too happy with something that happened in that tackle. Ten from halfway. Final tackle on the way for the Lions. Lowe's, they go to the blind side, and Hemmon. And Doc Murray has to take it, and he's knocked it on. He's had a strong game so far, Doc Murray, until that little infringement. So a great opportunity here for the Lions. Tollett looking for his fullback Prescott. The ball was knocked out of his hands, and coincidentally it was as Tollett was backing up. Good work by the 5'8". Now Critchley waits for the dummy half. The winger can't get away from Logan Swan and Shane Endicott. Lowe's waits for the dummy half. They're down by 8 points at the moment, the Lions. And this is their big front rower, Terry O'Connor, the 25-year-old from Wigan. Smith tries the double round with Phillips. Out to Hemmon, standing wide to Barry John Mather through one tackle, and Mather is in the corner. So they've narrowed the gap again, the Great Britain Lions. Barry John Mather gets the try. Four points the difference is Prescott. Tries a conversion from out wide. He hasn't got the direction or the legs. No goal. So it's 14 points to 10. New Zealand still in front. Prescott with the restart for the Lions. Falmoina. Hanari. Mistake there. A knock on, a dummy half by the New Zealand 13, and this is going to put more pressure on them. Now there's a little knock on at the back of the scrum by the Lions, and so New Zealand will get the feed into the scrum. Missed opportunity for the visitors. Whittaker out to Murray. Out from fullback, he can't get away from Barry John Mather, league number 3 for the Lions. Now it's Logan Swan. Almost a halfway. Denwar Johnson. Regarded as a bit of an outside chance to make the Kiwis. Darren Avery, the Cantabrian. Valmoina taking them on. Strong run, and the final tackle is on the way. Murray. Grubber kick. And Prescott has it. Back towards his own try line. Good chasing as well. Hayes, first try scorer for the Lions. Mather, one of the try scorers. McCassidy is on there, number 17. Phillips. Oh, great defence, driven back, but he was allowed to offload to his halfback, Smith. Lowe's, Tollett. Charged down by the New Zealanders. Back to 1. It was played at by the New Zealand 13, the ruling from the referee. So another set of 6 for Great Britain, and now it's a penalty. The mark is penalised. That's a good kick by the Lions. Finding touch over on the far side. 14 points to 10. The New Zealand 13 leading the Lions. Can the locals hold them out before half-time? 5 tries so far in this match. And that's Roland Phillips. Great attacking opportunity now. 20 metres out from the line. To the blind side they go through Hemmon and Joint. Plenty of black jerseys in there to throw him into the turf. Lowe's waits for a dummy half. Smith, the halfback, wants it. Here's Tollett. Short ball. Out to Barry John Mather. Inside to Prescott with the line right open, and he has put it down. They've butchered a certain try. Lucky let off there for the New Zealand 13. The scrum will pack down 10 metres out from the New Zealand line. So the New Zealanders hold on to their 4-point lead. It's 14 points to 10. Getting close to half-time at Fraser Park. Taiwa, one of the try scorers in the first half. One of the try scorers, Rope, just giving his forwards a break. Running it out of dummy half. Murray. Hanari. Almost to halfway, Brian Hanari. Now it's Murray. It's a kick over the top of Jonathan Roper and into touch. Good touch finder by Doc Murray. Roland Phillips with a half chance. Logan Swan just manages to hold on to him. Smith. Tollett up to halfway. Hemmon. That kick's going to roll over the dead ball line. We'll have a restart back on the 20-metre mark. Now it's Falmawina. 14 points to 10. The New Zealand B team leading at this stage. Brady Malin turning in the tackle, looking for the support. He has to play it now about 10 metres inside Great Britain territory. Endicott, Swan. Good tackle by Tollett, and over the top was Senior. Now it's Whittaker. Inside to Avery. Taken again by Senior. As the half-time siren sounds, and it's a chance for a one-pointer for Aaron Whittaker. He doesn't have the distance, and it's been knocked on here, kept alive by the New Zealand 13, and Swan's got it back, and it's been called back. No try. There was a knock-on in there previously, and so that is the end of the first 40, and the New Zealand 13 go to the break, leading by 14 points to 10.
To the New Zealand residents,
14 points to 10 as the Lions kick off in the second half. Unbeaten so far on their tour of the Lions. And through Papua New Guinea and Fiji. 22-all draw with the Lion Red Cup 13 last Thursday night in Auckland. But it is the New Zealand 13 who are leading here by 4. 14 points to 10. Darren Avery. The Cantabrian is about 12 metres from halfway. Logan Swan trying to crash his way through the defence. It's taken, though, by Bernard Dwyer. Now it's Malin turning in the tackle. Held up 5 metres inside the Lions territory. Final tackle on the way. Goes out the back to Doc Murray. Gets a left-footed kick in. And not a bad bounce. Well, for a moment it was going to bounce Critchley's way. In the end it did. Tollett. .15 from halfway. Strong running by Terry O'Connor. Knock on there, mistake. A little lethargic on attack on that occasion. It was Mick Cassidy that put it down. So it'll be a New Zealand feed into the scrum. A metre inside the Lions territory. Logan Swan off the back of the scrum, trying to catch him napping down the blind side. Now it's Brian Hanari. Mark Falmawina, taken by Cassidy. Dermot Johnson waits for it. Endicott. Murray up from fullback. Still a couple of tackles remaining. Now it's Whittaker showing it on the inside. In the end it was Malum on the outside who ran onto it, and that's a 20-metre mark. Great Britain's end of the field. Final tackle. Whittaker puts it in the air. Bit of pressure on Prescott, but he takes it well in the in-goal area, so it'll be a restart 20 metres out. Roland Phillips. Smith. Dwyer. Out to him, and now it's Barry John Mather. One of the try scorers in the first half for the Lions. Tollett. Smith. He's put it down, and Hanari has it. Ryan Hanari, chance of a counter-attack here. Out to Anthony Swan. Swan for the corner. Prescott comes at him. Try time. Anthony Swan will score after a Great Britain mistake back towards halfway. Good start to the second half by the New Zealand 13. They now lead by 18 points to 10.
Score 18 points to 10.
It's another difficult conversion attempt for Aaron Whittaker, the skipper, and not a great attempt. So no goal again. Scoreline remains 18 points to 10.
Come on, everybody. Let them know you're behind them. Come on, Kiwi.
4 tries to 2. New Zealand 13 dominating now. Can they hold on? Dwyer off the replacements bench. Plays a dummy half. Cassidy. Cassidy, the 23-year-old from Wigan. Good run by Chris Joint. Looking for the support, he finds Bernard Dwyer on the inside. That's better work by the Lions forwards. Now it's Cassidy. Picked up by Roper. Jonathan Roper forced infield. Smith away from a couple. He keeps it alive. This is Dwyer. He takes a tackle. Avery over the top, wrapping him up, ball and all. Johnson underneath. Now it's Tollett. The grubber kick. It's been kept on the toe by Smith. That's good work by Aaron Whittaker. Well, Doc Murray, in fact, the fullback, controlled it pretty well. Now Whittaker plays it. Row party. Taken by Roper. Taiwa. Avery. Falmoina. 11 metres from halfway. Hanare. Murray. Critchley. No, it's not. It's Senior. Hemmond. Neil Harmon. And one of the New Zealand players have been pinged for a high shot there. O'Connor. Getting through quite a bit of work, Terry O'Connor. On attack. Lows the dummy half. Now it's Phillips. Out the back door to Joint. Trying to play his way back into the test team, Chris Joint. And Smith takes the tackle almost in front of the uprights, about 17 metres out. Tollett, the inside pass. This is Prescott. He's taken. Great opportunity now for the Lions. They're down by 8 points. It's 18 points to 10. The New Zealand 13 leading Lows. Switch of play. Inside passes back to Smith, getting very close. He got it down over the line, right between the sticks. So they're not out of it yet. The Lions right back into it. It's now 18 points to 14 with an easy kick to come. Smith narrows the gap to just 2 points now. It's the New Zealand 13 leading by 18 points to 16. Taken by Murray. He runs into Joint and also Phillips. About 30 metres out from the New Zealand line. Faumoina. Logan Swan getting up towards the halfway mark. Swan and Hanari with the ball now. Had reasonable games. Only Tutupu who's left the field, but he was probably the pick of them on attack early on in the first half. One of the back three in the New Zealand 13. Hoping to get a call up into the Kiwis for the first test against the Lions at Ericsson on Friday night. Hammond. Here's Phillips. Inside pass has gone to ground, and they will play the forward pass. Scrum feed to New Zealand. About 11 metres inside the Lions' territory. Endicott. Anthony Swan. Double round with Endicott. Now it's Murray. Got away from Roper. Tollett's there. Also Prescott. John Mather helping out as well. Avery, 30 out from the Great Britain line. Just 2 points in it, 18 to 16. Haitoa Cassini is back on there after a spell on the interchange bench. Centre field. Whittaker to Endicott, stepping his way. Can't find a hole through there though. Logan Swan. Kick and the chase. The Swan's been taken out and it'll be a penalty. The penalty to the New Zealand 13, and this could be 2 points for them if they want it. And Aaron Whittaker, the captain, says we'll have a shot at goal. Whittaker about 10 metres to the right of the uprights. He's missed it. And the Lions run it out. Jonathan Roper. I don't think the New Zealand 13 chasers were prepared to chase that one. Normally Whittaker would kick them from there. So the scoreline remains 18 points to 16 in favour of the New Zealand side. O'Connor. Back to Lowe's. Cassidy at dummy half. Now it's Phillips. John Mather, not a great pass. Went back behind him. Now it's Roper. He gets the kick in. Doc Murray will take it on the full. Good return by the New Zealand 13 fullback as well. Now it's Richie Stewart from dummy half. Markers have him. Johnson. Just a metre inside Great Britain territory. Swan. Dummy half, it's Endicott, stealing another 10 metres. Out to Okasini, trying to force his way through the gap. They hang on to him. Lowe's and also Cassidy. Final tackle coming up. Doc Murray is there. Taken by Prescott. Came off the uprights, or in fact the pads around the goalpost. Penalty to Great Britain. New Zealand 13 inside the 10 metres. Smith. Knock back, play on. Smith taken by Endicott. Final tackle coming up. It's a grubber kick by Tollett. Taken by Roparty. He got away from a couple of the chasers as well, Eva Roparty. Eventually he'll have to play it 30 metres out from his own line. 18 to 16. The New Zealand team leading at the stage. Now it's Okasini. Charging towards halfway. Tackled 9 metres short of that halfway line. Now it's Malem. He'll make it to the 50-metre mark. Hanari. Four tries to 3. With just 2 points in it. The Lions have it now. 22 metres out from their own line. Right around his legs was Fetu Taiwan. Lowe's back to Cassidy. Pretty heavy defence coming in from Taiwan and also Richard Stewart. Itra Okasini in with a shoulder charge as well. This is Jonathan Roper.
Come on, Brayden, put the line in. Here he is.
Phillips.
And he goes, Sudi. Here he comes, Sudi.
Prescott. Right into the arms of Doc Murray. It's taken there by Dwyer and also Cassidy. Whittaker at dummy half. Stewart. Hanari. 10 metres inside the Lions' territory. Endicott. Taiwa. He left it behind. And Barry John Mather has now put it down. So it's play on. New Zealand 13 come up with it. Logan Swan will play it. Now it's Johnson. Toba waiting for it at dummy half. Whittaker. Ocassini out wide. Over to Anthony Swan. Great ball to Eva Ropati. Ropati flying down that right touch, pops it inside. He's into touch. Great Britain come away with it anyway, but Ropati was into touch. Only about a metre or so out from the corner flag. New Zealand 13 have the ball. Logan Swan. Ocassini. Short ball to Hanari, storming onto it. Where's the support? It's back to Ocassini. Good work by the forwards. Waiting for it as Newell out, and the penalty goes to the New Zealand 13. The Lions penalised for an infringement. Holding on to a leg and to play the ball. So what does Whittaker do now? Does he go for two? Do they kick for touch and keep the pressure on? No, they're going for two. And it will be Doc Murray, a change of goal kicker for the New Zealand 13. Aaron Whittaker has been offline with his goal kicking. What about Doc Murray? It's down the middle. Another 2 points to the New Zealand 13. They now lead by 20 points to 16. Restart by the New Zealanders. Disjoint. Mistake here by the Lions. The scrum will pack down with the New Zealand feet into it. Bit of push and shove over there as well. Whittaker in the middle of it. Sun going down behind the hills here. And Doc Murray thought there was a gap, but it soon closed. Matty Nuavara dummy half. Darren Avery over the 20-metre mark. Inside the red zone now, Great Britain's end of the field. It's Whittaker showing it on the inside, eventually giving it now to Malem. He takes a tackle almost in front of the uprights. Great opportunity here for the New Zealand 13. They lead by 20 points to 16. Hanari on the inside, but the Lions defence read that one well. Now it's Whittaker. Dummies. Has a go on his own. Looked on the inside, the support wasn't there. Nuavau calling for a quick play the ball. Murray from fullback. The little kick in behind the line has been picked up well by Prescott. And so the Lions survived that onslaught. Jonathan Roper. It's Neil Neil Harmon. Phillips running strongly, almost to the halfway. They keep it alive. Cassidy to Dwyer. Change of direction. He gets it back to Tolson Tollett. He's finding a few holes on that occasion, the Great Britain side. Now it's the final tackle. Who wants it? Sloppy play. And it's been picked up by the New Zealand 13. They didn't get the kick in, the Lions. Murray had a busy game from fullback. Stewart. Hanari. Tackle on the halfway mark. Now it's Endicott. Left foot a kick by Newell. Roper has knocked it on. The mistake the New Zealand 13 were looking for. Norval to Endicott, out to Taiwa, taken by Tollett though, tackle on the 20-metre mark. Great Britain's end of the line, the New Zealand 13, they lead by 4, it's 20 points to 16. Balaam taking them on, tackled, about 8 metres out. Through the hands it goes out wide. Avery throws a dummy, pops it on the inside, picked up by Endicott, and Endicott's in for the try. Shane Endicott, the try scorer, and that may have wrapped it up here at Fraser Park. It's now 24 points to 16 with the kick to come. Doc Murray only a couple of metres in the broadcast touch and curved it around a little too much. No goal. So the scoreline remains the same, 24 points to 16. It's a New Zealand 13 leading. Five tries to 3. And it is a restart by the New Zealand 13. Whitaker with the headband now. He's been to the blood bin and back. Now it's Doc Murray. 10 minutes remaining in the match. And the difference at this stage, 8 points. Hydro Cassini bouncing out of a couple. Over to Ropati. He'll take the tackle. Some pretty fierce tackling going on now. Urgency from both sides, and this is Brady Balaam. Newell dummy half. Over to Whitaker, onto Logan Swan. He's taken by the 2 blondes, Tollett and also Cassidy. Now it's to Tupu. He spent quite a long time on the interchange bench. Did he do enough in the first half to regain a Kiwi Test jersey, as it's Whitaker having a shot for 1. And, well, he's really been off with his kicking today, Aaron Whitaker. Easy drop goal attempt has gone to the right. So Great Britain have it. They're on their own 20-metre mark. Penalty. New Zealand is having 2 cracks at that tackle. Trying to slow things down. A quick tap now. And a big tackle there by Logan Swan. With the crowd going right on the halfway mark. Now it's Roland Phillips. Taken by Shane Endicott. He's still got his pass away. Good work by Phillips. Back to Tollett. Smith having a go in his own, the halfback. Can't get away from Nilvar. This is better work though by the Lions. They're working themselves into good field position now. Hammond having a go on his own, Hammond, and he's got a clear run to the line. So they are back in the match again, the Great Britain Lions. Hammond gets the try, 24 points to 20. Prescott trying to add the extra 2. He's done it. It's a 2-point ball game. 24-22. The New Zealand 13 in front, but only just. Logan Swan, 5 from halfway. Newell waits for it at dummy half. Endicott, Whittaker. Here's the fresh man from the interchange bench, Jerry Se'u from the Counters Manukau Club, a signing for the Warriors in '97. The left-footer kick by Murray, the New Zealand 13, hoping to play the remaining minutes down inside Great Britain territory. 5 minutes remaining. Great Britain unbeaten on tour so far, but down by 2 at the moment. Flirting with the touchline over on the far side and just managing to stay in the field of play, but the touch judge saw a little knock on in there, and so the scrum's going to pack down, and this is exactly what the New Zealand 13 wanted. They wanted to force a mistake. They've done it. Now they'll get the feed into the scrum. 2 points the difference. New Zealand 13 leading, and Endicott having a Shane Endicott has clinched this one well and truly now. It's 28 points to 22. They lead by 6 at the moment. Murray trying to put it out of Great Britain's reach. He adds the extra 2, so it's now an 8-point ball game. 30 points to 22.
Got around about 3 minutes to go. The Kiwis are going to defend for the Lions, and the balls will be jumping right at them. Ladies and gentlemen, the one with New Zealand rugby football.
Inside the last 3 minutes now. The Lions parked inside their own territory. They need to score twice.
Get these silly games in the future. So
now it's Phillips. Popping it out the back door to Dwyer. Over to Tollett. The London Bronco thrown into the turf. 25 metres short of halfway. Joint. Chris Joint. Taken by Se'u. Now it's Phillips. Walked his way out of that tackle. And then after all that good work, he leaves it behind. There's a knock on. Great Britain will get the feed into the scrum. Tollett. Prescott, the fullback, can't get away from his opposite number. Doc Murray's had another fine game tonight. The Warriors reserve fullback. New Zealand Murray fullback. Cassidy. Popping it out the back door. And there's a little knock on there. Great Britain thought it was knocked back. The referee thought differently. So this could be the final scrum of the match. Inside the last minute now. Taiwa, one of the try scorers. New Zealand 13 have scored 6 tries to 4. Logan Swan, 15 from halfway. Nilvau from dummy half, having a run on his own. So at half-time, the New Zealand 13 led by 14-10, 3 tries to 2 in the first 40. 3 tries to 2 to the New Zealand 13 in the second half as well. That's the halfway mark. Whittaker into Malum. Okosini intercepted by Barry John Mather. Last throw of the dice now for Great Britain. They can't win it, but they'll be looking to finish with a bit of a flourish here. Joint. No, they've knocked it on. And New Zealand will get the last save. That's the halfway mark. Anthony Swan plays it. Now it's Malum. Inside Great Britain territory as the full-time siren sounds. It's all over at Fraser Park. The New Zealand 13 have won it after leading 14-10 at half-time. They are now winners by 8 points, 30 points to 22.